Celeste. Super fun, pretty complex little side-scrolling platformer. And honestly, it's pretty hard. Even the game tells you it's gonna be fucking hard. This is definitely one for the old-style gamers. It's a pretty straightforward platformer. But honestly, this is definitely the game that I have to put down after a while. Especially if one level is just fucking with me, you definitely just need to walk away before you fucking rage quit. To an extent, on some of these harder levels, it really is just a memory game. So you really do end up having to replay and replay and replay, which means a fuck ton of dying. Again, fun, but pretty hard. Deep Rock Galactic. There are a lot of different concepts being pulled into this one game, as well as the vast amount of content being able to be played in the game. You start off in a very large tower that you slowly unlock by playing. You just pick a mission, find a party, choose a class, and head the fuck out. You would think this game mainly exists to mine, but in truth it's just a side tactic to what the fuck is actually happening. And what's actually happening is a ridiculous amount of fighting, which I think adds a lot more to the cooperative experience. And I might down the road get a few friends to play with, but it's also A, a game that's really hard to run solo, and B, a hard game to run without voice chat. So if you're gonna do the same, I highly recommend getting some people that are dedicated to the game and are able to dump some serious hours into it. Eastshade. I haven't seen a good fantasy adventure game in a very long time. And while this game has a good concept and graphics, the user interface might be lacking a little bit. The game is quite atmospheric and has beautiful scenery. You're basically running around doing very common tasks and helping people with their day-to-day lives. In the meantime, you get to experience this beautiful, crazy little world and paint.
Painting is amazing!
And where this game has some shortcomings, it really brings you this insane quality of life feel. Like I said, good, fun game, but really glitchy. Oh, okay. Okay, that's great. Knights and Bikes. This is definitely a weird cooperative adventure game. The entire game bases in or around a mini golf course. But as you find very quickly, everything is taken to dramatic measures with their imagination. And it really does keep the game very fun and quirky. It did start losing some of that pizzazz a little bit in, but if you're waiting for a little fuck around co-op adventure experience, this is definitely a fun little game. Especially if you're stuck on the couch with your significant other. My only real complaint is sometimes there's a little bit of a lack of direction, but still fun. Though it is a little bit boring just by yourself. Gears Tactics. Everything about this game screams Gears of War. You can still chainsaw people, you can still curb stomp people, you can still destroy people in any given way. It's just a turn-based strategy game now. Aside from the really concerning character customization, there's not much more to say about this game aside from it's Gears, and it's a turn-based strategy game. Like, there are new enemies to specify with the turn-based strategy game type, but again, that's pretty much it. But one of the huge things is I really have no complaints with the actual play of the game. Everything runs really smooth and I really haven't had any problems. I would say if you've really just been eager to play a Gears game, or even a smooth playing strategy RPG, then I would definitely say this is worth your time. Destiny 2, Beyond Light DLC. Okay, so I made a video last month talking about the previous DLCs released with free Destiny 2 on Game Pass. I was stating that it might not be beneficial for certain players to play because of the new Beyond Light DLC coming out. And the only way it would be beneficial to Destiny and not detrimental to the number of people that are playing is if they added the DLC that was coming out to the Game Pass. So all that in short, they did that. So good shit for them. But there is cross-save now. So like I play all the single player content on my Xbox, and then when I want to, I switch back over to PS4 and play just daily strikes with some homies. Putting all that behind us, the new DLC has added things that Destiny players have wanted for quite some time. A new subclass. And honestly, the stories have always been really crazy with every DLC, but this one's still pretty good. I really can't hate on it. They've also taken a lot of time in reorganizing the map, which is fucking huge, because it was a fucking goddamn shit show. But remember, you're still playing Destiny here, so on your first run through with your first character of the story, Either have a friend join you, or just get ready to grind out some strikes and bring that light level up. Because although you have a new set for light level, which is 1050, some items will be capped at 1060. So do be ready to not be able to use some previous season items. And I still don't know how I feel about that. I understand that it'll give advantage to the newer players, but it just rounds off some of the veteran players. Like, I've been playing since Destiny 1, and I'm not very willing to just give away my cosmetics on my Titan that easily. I've like an invested emotional connection. All that being said, I still haven't uninstalled it. But honestly, this has been the reboot Destiny 2 needed. So even if you are a veteran to the series like me, it's still just a really nice refresher to the whole game. But remember when I said Destiny is Destiny? Just remember that it's still very fucking glitchy. Enjoy.
Round one. Kill them.
Planet Coaster. Game Pass has accepted a lot of titles and indie games on its service. Pointing that out, there has been a lot of PC games that have been moved to console, which don't translate very well. And you guessed it, this is one of them. This is definitely just a modern day roller coaster tycoon, so if you really enjoyed making the theme parks and stuff like that, then this might be the game for you. It's a very fun game, and I've definitely wasted my fair share of time into it. But there was a lot of tiny technical errors, so while I had a lot of fun making an army of darkness, I just feel like there's multiple quality of life things that can be adjusted within this game. Also, if you really want to binge into this game, really just do the tutorial. It'll save you a lot of time from just randomly navigating the menu. And it'll also help you again with more quality of life stuff. Like, when I first started and made my own park, I didn't realize that I had to physically turn on the ride, and then people could come in. Just a tiny stupid thing, but you'd rather know than not. I also had time to make a new friend.
And I will name him Philip. Yeah.
Tetris. Effect connected. Okay, not gonna lie to you, this is just hype-ass Tetris. And it's cool. But it's just really fucking visually hype and crazy and... Okay, it's kind of cool. But all in all, I can't really say a whole lot about this game. If you like Tetris and you like some visually pleasing shit, fucking play Tetris. Just play Tetris, it's fine. Like, there's a pretty prolonged story, that's pretty hard, and there's online. What else do you want from Tetris? Did I say this was Tetris? Because it's Tetris. Do you like Tetris? You should play this. Do you not like Tetris? Then don't play this. Cool. Good talk. Deuces. Next. Final Fantasy VIII. Definitely one of the more overlooked Final Fantasy games of the time. Mainly because of its difficulty and complexity. Between selecting a command list, directing who has what summons, detailed ability alterations, like adding effects on certain attacks, and so much more. Almost an overwhelming amount more. And that's definitely a reason for its flop, especially with award-winning Final Fantasy VII just prior. But if you take your time with the in-menu tutorials, I know that doesn't seem fun, but this really is quite a great game. And there's so fucking much to it. And it might be super fucking hard at times, but it's so goddamn satisfying. Some people really do mark this off as one of the worst Final Fantasies, some people mark it as the best. I find it one of the most fucking difficult. So if you're an RPG veteran, and you really want a goddamn fucking real challenge, then I dare you to try. Ark. Okay, so thank God I've played this on PC prior in my life, and it's a pretty good game, especially if you like that survival type. But there are sometimes some games on Game Pass that are from PC that should not be on console. I say this because the controls have not translated well at all from PC to console. Though it is one of the more awesome of the survival types, clearly because you can fuck with dinosaurs, but I played once, uninstalled the game, and then downloaded the game again, and then tried it again. And both times, I couldn't fucking make anything. Like, I would buy and unlock, but I couldn't craft anything on my character. I looked online and obviously it was a fucking glitch because, again, exactly like I said, PC translation to console doesn't go very well a lot of the time. But if you try to download this game and you can craft, oh my god, please fuck with this game. Even without crafting, I definitely just fucking ran amok on a server for about 3 fucking hours. The one big downfall to this on console and PC is you're limited to so many dinosaurs and creatures per server. So if you happen to join a big server, there's a very good chance you won't be able to tame a dinosaur. And unfortunately, this is a little bit of an older game, so you might want to look up some shit on Reddit. But again, if you're willing to invest your time, this is definitely one of the best survival games on Game Pass. Again, whatever the fuck you're doing, you get to fuck with, there's fucking dinosaurs, there's cool mech dinosaurs, there's fucking dinosaurs. River City Girls. This side-scrolling beat-em-up has potential, but there's a lot of misdirection and user interface problems. Like, this sounds stupid, but there's a part in the game where a guy just asks for a fucking cheeseburger, so you go to get a cheeseburger, but before that, it's like a dojo to learn some skills, and you learn some other shit, and there's some multiple other shops. Then you're like, oh, that's fine, I'll just buy a few things, it'll be fine. And then, like, it's just a cheeseburger. How much can a cheeseburger be? $24. Then I had to stand there and grind out for another, like, 20-30 minutes just to buy a fucking cheeseburger. Then I was about to die, and then I accidentally used the fucking cheeseburger, so I needed to grind out again, and then get another fucking cheeseburger. But you would think an item that you buy like that for a quest wouldn't be used, so then you can just fucking keep it in your inventory, and then you're never gonna use it, and then in the end, it's a fun game. Really cute. I really like the animations. Just stupid shit happens, and I don't fucking like it. Like, why does everywhere I fucking go, I just get swarmed by fucking hordes of people, and it's just endless waves? Why can't you just stop? Why can't you just stop fighting me? I love you! Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is happening? Why is this? Why? Yo, one thing though, the music's actually pretty lit. Star Renegades. This one's a very interesting take on that roguelike tactical RPG. And trust me, you'll be dying a lot. So by defeating the generals of the incoming enemy, even if you die, you quickly gain another attempt and resources and points to improve your party. I love the genre. It plays a lot like Dead Cells, but we haven't had a very direct RPG style of this. We have games that are a little bit more fluid, like Slay the Spire, while this is a lot more tactical. You really need to align your characters and attacks to really pull off successful wins. But if you know me, that's my fucking jam, and I am not uninstalling that shit. That shit is for my fucking free time. I've actually had that shit crash multiple times, and it actually goes right to the exact turn that you had in your turn-based fight. So that is fucking huge. I'm a huge fan of the genre, the aesthetic, the game type, fucking honestly everything about this game I am just in. So if a beautiful Dead Cells-esque game comes out like this, and you don't want to play it, I don't think we could be friends, homie.